let it be so, thy truth then thy doer. For, by the sacred radiance of the sun, the mysteries of Hecate and the night, by all the operation of the orbs from whom we do exist and cease to be, here I disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity, and property of blood. As a stranger to my heart and me hold thee from this forever. The barbarous Scythian, or he that makes his generation messes, to gouge his appetite, shall to my blossom be as well neighboured, pitied, and relieved, as thou my sometime daughter.
Good, my liege.
Peace, Kent. Come not between the dragon and his wrath. I love her most, and thought to set my rest on her kind nursery. Hence and avoid my sight. So be my grave, my peace, as here I give her father's heart from her. Call France, who stirs? Call Burgundy, Cornwall, and Albany. With my two daughters' dowers digest the third. Let pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest you jointly with my power, preeminence, and all the large effects that troop with majesty, ourself by monthly course, with reservation of 100 nights by you to be sustained. Shall our abode make with you by due turn, only we still retain the name in all the addition to a king, the sway, revenue, execution of the rest. Beloved sons, be yours, which to confirm this coronet part between you.
Whom have I ever honored as my king, loved as my father, as my master followed, as my great patron thought on in my prayers?
The bow is bent and drawn. Make from the shaft.
The region of my heart, be Kent unmanly. When Lear is mad, what wouldst thou do, old man? Thinkest thou that duty shall have dread to speak, when power to flattery bows, to plainness honours bound, when majesty falls to folly? Reserve thy state, and in thy best consideration check this hideous rashness. Answer my life, my judgment. The youngest daughter does not love thee least, nor are those empty-handed hearted who low sounds reverb no hollowness.
Kent, on thy life, no more.
My life I never held but as a pawn, to wage against thine enemies, near fear to lose it. Thy safety begin motive.
Out of my sight.
Farewell thee, king. Here is France, my noble lord.
For you, great king, I would not from your love make such a stray to match you where I hate. Therefore beseech you to advert your liking a more worthier way than on a wretch whom nature is ashamed almost to acknowledge hers.
This is most strange, that she, whom even but now was your object, the argument of your praise, balm of your age, the best, the dearest, should in this trice of time commit a thing so monstrous to dismantle so many folds of favour. Sure her offence must be of such unnatural degree that monsters it, or your forced vouched affection fall into taint, which to believe of her must be a faith that reason without miracle should never plant in me.
I yet beseech your majesty, if for I want that glib and oily art to speak and purpose not, since what I well intend, I'll do it before I speak, that you make known. It is no vicious blot, murder, or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonored steed, that hath deprived me of your grace and favor, but even for what of that for which I am richer, I am still soliciting in such a tongue, that I am glad I am not, though not to have it, hath lost me in your liking.
Better thou hast not been born than not to have pleased me better.
Is it but this, a tardiness in nature, which often leaves the history unspoke, that it intends to do? My lord, what say you to the lady? Love's not love when it is mingled with regards that stands aloof from the entire point. She is herself a dowry. Fairest Cordelia, that art most rich, being poor, most choice forsaken, and most loved despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon. Be it lawful, I take up what's cast away. Gods, gods, 'tis strange that from their coldest neglect my love should kindle to inflamed respect. Thy dowerless daughter, king throned to my chance, is queen of us, of ours, and our fair France. Not all the dukes of Watrish Burgundy can buy this unprized precious maid of me. Bid them farewell, Cordelia. Though unkind, thou losest here a better where to find.
Thou hast her, France, let me thine, for we have no more, no such daughter, nor shall ever see that face of hers again.
Bid farewell to your sisters, Cordelia.
The jewels of our father, with washed eyes, Cordelia leaves you. I know what you are, and like a sister, am most loath to call. Your faults are named. Love well our father. To your professed bosom I commit him. But yet, alas, stood I within his grace, I would prefer him to a better place, so farewell to you both.
Come, fair Cordelia.
Oh.